Leothold had sized up the Aserai nobleman in the tavern. Dressed in slightly dated robes and far too comfortable in chainmail for a typical desertman, Partia apparently offered a purpose. Or at least, a job. Go on then. Stop daydreaming and show me your skills with this. Leothold returned his gaze to Partia and the army camp around him. He took the broad axe with some resignation, but demonstrated his stances with the ease of a veteran fighter. Good. Hang on to that. You'll make use of it. Upon seeing the look on Leotold's face, Partia added, Certainly not any time soon, I assure you. We have other things to attend to for a great while. And so Leothold rode with the men, inundated by the soldiers for repairs of this chain shirt or that dented helm. While he received monetary pay from Partia, the men paid for the services with stories of the battles they fought, and through these Leothold gleaned a sense of the man he now called Lord. Partia al-It had faith in Aserai and trust in his men. He fed them well and grieved each lost man as if they were his own new son. Leotold understood that, like him, Partia was trying above all else to be a good man. Hey everybody, it's Party Elite. Welcome you back to another chapter in the adventures of Partia al-It in Bannerlord. Our hero has finally returned home. After journeying far and wide into battlefields thick and thin in service of his Sultan, he now comes back to Garantor Castle in service of his family. He hopes for the loving embrace of the Lady Arwa and of his son, the son whom he wishes to forge into a man, just as he wishes to forge his humble fiefdom into a kingdom. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Bannerlord. This is going to be an interesting session as we continue our path to separating from the rather tyrannical Unkid. As it turns out, Partia al-It has been blindly loyal to a man who cares only for himself and his own glory, and personal glory is not what Partia believes in, has not, and hopefully will not ever. But first, he must return home. There's a lot to do today, folks. Let's dive on into Garantor Castle, meet the lovely Lady Arwa after such a very long wait. You know what? No, let's do this properly. Let's go ahead and take a walk around the castle. Hopefully it'll take us close enough to the Lord's Hall, and let us make our return home a momentous occasion as it is meant to be. And folks, I just want to mention, as always, if you've been enjoying this series and you would like to see it continue, please don't hesitate to keep letting me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. It makes such a big difference in how I approach content on the channel, what I do more or less of, and how I approach the things that I do on the channel. For example, last session, many of you gave me excellent name suggestions, not just for my boy, but also for the countless commemorative blades that we should be forging soon. I say we, but I of course mean our lovely new friend, Leothold the Smith. Let's go ahead and make our way over to the Lord's Hall to meet our beloved wife, and hopefully our son will also be there, though I'm not actually entirely sure if well, he's presently called Nathan. That's not going to stay his name, though. I have picked a name out. It was very difficult, I have to say, but I'm very happy with the resulting name for many reasons, and we'll touch more on that in a bit. Now, as we make our way to the Lord's Hall, just want to let you know the plans for the session involve, yes, meeting the wife and hopefully son, if we can find him, and also, like, he's not out here, is he? Our Smith is out there, though. But yeah, meeting our wife and son, and then training up troops. We really have to make sure our garrisons across the board are at full strength. Oh my god, what a beautiful hall. Oh man, Garantor Castle is really quite the sight, isn't it? From the inside and the outside. Seems our son is actually nowhere to be seen, but the lady is. Arwa, it's been a long while. Far too long. Partia, my greetings to you, and to you, my love. Our relation is actually 0. I hear you took Cessadim Castle. Good work. That's all you have to say to me? That's all you have to say? We can't really do anything, right? It's kind of standard. There's something I'd like to discuss. I gotta have her join my party, and then I could... There's a couple things in mind, actually. Let's go ahead and have her join my party. That's what I propose. You'll be honored. See you outside. Yep, sounds great. And I guess we can't meet our son. Oh, is this... No, that is certainly not a crib of any sort. And holding down Alt would show his name up, I'm pretty sure. But that's not an option, unfortunately, as fun as that would be. We are still, however, able to name him. And this happens all the time. Kids have a temporary name and then they get renamed properly and whatnot. So Ottawa had given birth to Nathun, but Nathun is going to be renamed. Again, thank you all for your excellent suggestions. My apologies to those of you who didn't win out, but the name that I've ultimately decided to go with is with a slightly different spelling than what was suggested. Now, hold on, this should just be the first name, right? Aftab. Aftab al-Eat. Now, Aftab means sun or sunshine, and just as a reminder, that's what our banner has been since day 0. The sun that, you know, brings life but can also bring death. The sun means so much to so many cultures, and on top of all of that, it's a pun. So it's a translingual pun, so to speak. So Aftab al-Eat, everybody, you know, welcome the the future, I suppose, Sultan of the Aserai in the comments down below. There it is. Well, his name is still Nathan over here, but that's not the case. Where is he? There we go, Aftab. Did he shrink? Why do I remember him being bigger last time I last seen at Chaikand? Hang on a second. What are you doing over there? Are you out fighting? I guess the Lady Ottawa has already decided for a you know, someone to look after him and train him, perhaps. But Chaikand belongs to the Kazait, who we are at war with right now. So I certainly hope he's being taken care of. It would be the right thing to do, even in a case of war. Ottawa, what have you done? I don't like how red that is. That's a really red. Nonetheless, we will put our faith in our friends among the Kazait that they will take care of our child, and we must continue taking care of our holdings over here. Now, actually, look really quickly, my apologies, but I really quickly want to take a look at our son and what he's shaping up to be. I mean, he's got one-handed, two-handed, pole arm. Takes after his mother, it seems, because his leadership and charm and all is pretty poor. So I suppose he takes after his mother. And I'm quite curious, actually, as to what the system is for determining skills and things like that. In fact, am I able to see Aftab over here? I'm not. He's not old enough, I suppose, to be investigated yet. Seems to be the case. If I go to the Al-Eat clan, Aftab shows up here. Oh, dear. These are my mom and dad, I think. Aftab. Age 1. Age 1. Got a long time to go before he'll be leading his own armies and whatnot. Nonetheless, that is that. All done. So weird putting this notification away, but that's it. That's the name. That's the name we've settled on. Done. Imagine me naming my actual real-life child. Trying to, at least. Going through a committee. Alright, let's head on over to the garrison here, and here's what we're going to do. I'm actually going to dump everything. Now, it's been pointed out to me that leveling troops up with, like, as a garrison, that experience share only happens when you've already... Sorry, let me rephrase that. The experience increase to troops only happens when their leveling up has a straight line. So, for example, an Aserai or an Imperial recruit will not level up unless I've already leveled them up to Imperial infantrymen. And even then, they'll only go one step to Imperial trained infantrymen, and they won't level up any further until I've decided which path they need to go down. So that's a bit more involved than I initially anticipated, but it makes sense. It ensures that you only get the troops that you want. So we're going to go ahead and actually dump everybody over here that is tiered up. And this is going to be a little tough, but it's okay because it's meant to be tough. We're training up, we're turning the boys to men, right? So we have to go out with as many recruits and tribesmen and stuff as we can get. Let's not dilute the experience gain. Right, let's make sure we get everybody dropped off over here. And the reason why I'm dropping everybody off at Garantor Castle isn't actually for defensive purposes, but it is to put them all in one place where I can easily pick them up and easily find them again, right? So that's the plan there. So all of our cavalry has been dropped off over here. Let's go ahead, and the Aserai Mamluk soldier, these guys need to have another step picked as well, so that's fine. Basically, what I want to leave with is anybody that needs a decision made. low-tier troops and troops that need a decision made. So then I can come back and drop them off over here and have them train up automatically. I think that's the way to kind of do it. Valanian infantry, yeah, I need to pick for you. This is a bit of an annoyance because I'll have to pick twice eventually. I think that's the way to level up our troops and increase the size of our armies and stuff as well, while also storing away some of our already trained troops in a place where I can pick them up easily. If I keep carrying all of these high-tier crossbows and archers and stuff with me, I'm never going to be able to train my lower-tier troops. I wouldn't mind having some archers with me, with that said. Let's keep the 3s and 2s with us. Let's drop these guys off, drop you off. 12 of you guys. Yeah, we can drop them off as well. Drop you off. Hopefully they'll get up to Imperial Legionary. That's my understanding based on the comments, based on your feedback, and what you all have expressed in the comments. That's what I've understood. So we'll try and level up these guys. Actually, these guys should be able to level up themselves, right? Yep. And yep. So, alright, hopefully that's what'll happen. Drop these guys off. And it will take some time, obviously. XP gain is slow. And wow, we're carrying a pretty pitiful army with us right now. Leothold will accompany us, of course. Alkyria is going to stick with us as well. She's going to try and keep these people alive. My hope... one thing I'm wondering is that maybe we send Alkyria off to be a caravan leader, because we need to establish another caravan. So maybe we send Alkyria off to be a caravan leader, get Arwa to lead her own party, because we have a slot for that, and then find a surgeon who we can have as our actual doctor, because they'll keep people alive more often. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards. I'm not going to do that today necessarily, but it's what I'm thinking right now. Alright, so Garantor Castle is where some of our best troops have been sent. If we manage the castle over here, there's really nothing to do. Everything's fine. We're doing housing, which will help with militia eventually when prosperity goes back up, so that's great. And I'm actually tempted to go up to Thraktere and Charas as well to pick up some troops and maybe level them up if possible. If I look at the garrison over here, actually... Yeah, we're fine. You know what? Let's not look at Garantor anymore. We're done over here. Riding off with Our Lady up to Thraktere Castle first. And I want to recruit as many Aserai low-tier units as possible today. Even though I have a lot of Imperial lands, I don't want to recruit Imperial low-tier units at this moment in time. And the reason for... Oh, Dula. Oh, right, Dula's supposed to be chasing people down, right. The reason for that is I won't have access to Aserai units later on. When I declare war, for a little while, not forever, but for a little while, I won't have access to low-tier Aserai units, or to any tier Aserai units until I start conquering more land. So any new recruits I get right now to fill out my, 158 or so, I want them to all be Aserai, so that when the time comes to separate, we already have our stock of Aserai recruits and whatnot. Now these guys, how long have they been footmen for? This is where it gets strange. Oh, hello. Go ahead and make you that. Make you that. Now, is that just by virtue of traveling with me? Let's see, we've got the Aserai footmen, 8 of them. Aserai footmen, we've got 2 here. So if I go ahead and pick you up. Again, none of them are ready to level up. Oh, hello. One of them is ready to level up. Okay. How are you doing this? How does this work? Let's see over here. Manage the castle. You seriously haven't finished the fairgrounds yet? Come on. I expect instant results. Yeah, we've got the, what was it? Training fields. Increases the daily experience gain of all garrison units. Yeah, I'm not... Do I have to place a governor? No one's mentioned that, so that's not... From my understanding, that's not the situation. Well, let's go ahead and pick up some more... Not that many low-tier units in here, actually. A decent garrison of 52, all things considered. Okay, cool. And over to Charas for a couple of reasons. Down we go to Charas, where we do have a governor, in fact. So yeah, we're not picking up any Valandians or Imperials recruits. Now, one other thing that I want to consider is who owns Usank Castle? Who owns Usank Castle? Oh, Calatilde. We don't get along. I was going to say, I wonder if I can improve my relations with her and convince her to join me eventually. And though she might not bring her, like, stuff with her, it'll be good to have just more people, and it would make sense to, you know, involve our neighbors in this new Aserai kingdom. It'll be... Oh, that was weird. We just suddenly turned away. It'll be a new blended, culture blend empire, kingdom, whatever you want to call it. Alright, let's go ahead and pick up some... First of all, manage town. Because Dorian does not need to be here anymore. The garrison barracks, I guess, sure needs to be built. Let's go ahead and assign that. Still, don't need to leave him behind. Train militia. Oh, this isn't good. Food is dropping. Militia, I assume, is dropping because of food. Retirement. Prosperity is still helping. Okay, let's go ahead and switch to... Well, this isn't good. When did this start happening? Let's switch to housing. That'll help with prosperity, but that'll hurt food. I can drop some food off here, actually. I've got 111 days worth of food, so I can drop some off. So sure, work on housing. Let's go on a trade over here. Let's drop some of our grain and stuff off. We're not going to need that for a while. Again, we're not participating in the war currently, so we should be able to drop a lot of this stuff off here. And hopefully it'll help. We, of course, do want to maintain our food variety. We want to keep our stewardship going up as well. But I think we can drop some of these things off over here and be fine. We don't need wool. Carrying a lot of useless stuff. We don't need salt. We don't need clay. Sure, this is good enough, I think. Lots of stuff we can pick up over here if we want to continue trading, but we'll do that. I'll consider that stuff later. I kind of want to do a training session, not a trading session. So we're good here? Yeah. Make whatever money we make. And now the question also becomes what business we want to open up, because we do want to open up a business over here. There is a tanner, an oil presser, and a clother. Clother? Nearby, we have access to what? At 7th, they make Midlands palfrey. Okay, at Vessin, olives. Usank has olives as well, because again, things don't just come from immediately nearby. They also get brought in. Olives up there, sheep up there. Okay, so 3 places. 1 local area that provides olives, and then 2 areas nearby that bring olives as well. In fact, if we take a look at trade, if we take a look at stuff, olives, oh, you know what? That is pretty plentiful. That is pretty plentiful. I suppose we could purchase the oil presser over here. Oh, man. It's sell for a decent price down at Kuyaz. Sure, let's go ahead and buy all their oil. Do it. I assume olive gets turned into olive oil, if I recall correctly. It's been a while since I bought a workshop. Alright, done. We'll sell the oil somewhere. Didn't even note it down. I really should have. 3,500 we spent. But yes, go ahead and walk around the town. Do that by going to the tavern first. And we'll, I need to remember also to bring my, companion with me. Where's the exit? Oh, there we go. I was like, where's the door? It's right here. Alright, so we're going to try and find the actual oil press and just buy that workshop out. Again, the reason why I'm doing this is because when we separate from the Aserai, we will have... There we go, olive press. Yes, the olive press definitely presses olives to make oil. Right, so when we separate from the Aserai as a whole, we are going to have our businesses get shuttered, because both of our businesses are in Aserai lands, and when you declare war, or when war is declared upon you, any businesses you own in that nation are removed. That's going to be very painful for our economy, for our personal finances and everything. So, to get ahead of that... You not open? No way. Seriously? Is no... well, there's Amaldul fucking... If I speak to him, he'll just try and sell me a caravan, which I don't want to do right now. Hang on a second. Is it really not the right time of day? Is it really not the right time of day? I mean, the sun is setting, I suppose it looks like. Let's... Oh, okay, you know what? Maybe it's too early. We'll wait until noon, I suppose. Though, before I do that, let's go ahead and take a look at the garrison. What can we pick up over here? You know, these guys are also pretty decently ranked. Let's get the Aserai Tribesmen, Imperial Infantrymen, Militia Spearmen, I guess you can stay, Levy Crossbow. See, like, they should be leveling up, no? Is it really that slow? Take the Valandian Levy Crossbow. And they're not ready to level up yet. Weird. Go recruit. Let's go ahead and get you as an infantryman. Valandian Levy Crossbowman. Yeah, I mean, hopefully they are leveling up, as y'all have suggested in the comments. We'll see. 64 troops. They're also not terrible. Nowhere near as strong as I need these to be, obviously. Don't take me to mean anything like that. They're not terribly off. Let's go ahead and wait here for a little while. Just until noon, I suppose. Here we go. Stop waiting, and over to the tavern. I like walking to the stores and stuff. It just makes the area feel... makes the space feel a lot more alive. Hopefully, yeah, we can buy this, and hopefully it'll make a decent bit of money, because we have to counter the losses we're going to take on. That way? Yeah, that way. Cool. I was like, which way again? I don't recognize these streets. I wish you could actually own taverns and stuff. That would be cool. And as much as I would love to have more brewers, unfortunately, a brewer does not make sense in any of my own personal holdings. I don't want to make a workshop anywhere that I don't have ownership, because again, at that point, it's not even just about declaring independence. At any point of time, war can break out with anybody, right? Like tomorrow, the Valandians could declare war on us. What is up with the oil press? Are you like just perpetually closed? That doesn't make any sense. Is there another way in? Normally they're just open. Maybe I can go in through there. This is very strange. It's very, very strange. Oh, can't go in through here? You're an armorer? That was interesting. What do you have for sale? Does it just open the store? Look at the way he's looking at me. It's kind of concerning. Yeah, okay, just opens the store. Not what I need. I mean, going up there is probably useless. This is definitely the entrance. What in God's name? Definitely a door. Alright, hold on. Well, let's go ahead and find that Ameldulf guy over there. We don't have to do this right now, and if I can't figure out what's going on right now, then I'll skip past it, but I don't want to waste too much time over here. I feel like I've already wasted enough, but let's speak to Ameldulf, the oil presser. What is going on, buddy? Been a while? We've spoken? I have a question. What's up with your oil press? Why are you closed? Let's see if there's another entrance. That might be it. That might be it. Thing is, I can't like use the menus to seek out a store, like a shopkeeper. Or not a shopkeeper, but a worker. I have to actually go and speak to somebody. This is funny. I don't think there's another entrance down here. It's all the way over there. Well, this is interesting. This might be the door to... Can't go up the ladder or anything. Fair enough, fair enough. Well, if anybody... Oh, there we go. This is it, isn't it? This is the entrance. Why would you do that to me? Why would you put the sign on that side, but then have the actual entrance on this side? You there. Journeyed far too long to buy this workshop. Yep, buy it. Don't want to change what we're producing, go on like this. We take olives and make olive oil, right? Yes. Cool. Done. Hopefully it'll make me money. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh my god, spent too long in Charis. Didn't even have to wait until noon. I was wondering what was up with that, but it's kind of weird that the sign is on that side. It doesn't need to be. Okay, so there's some looters over here we can chase down for some easy experience. If we take a look at our party really quickly, it is all pretty low-tier troops, and that's exactly what we want. Let's not forget. We've got some prisoners with us as well. Let's go ahead and recruit as many as we can, because they are slowing us down. Don't forget that either. And there are quite a few prisoners, across the board in our holdings as well. So we can always pick up more prisoners. Though, again, I do want to pick up some Aserai recruits. Do not forget, that is definitely something I want to do. Now, as far as training is concerned, since we've left behind a lot of our high-tier troops, we can auto-resolve some of these. Our tactics, I don't remember how high our tactics are. Our tactics is actually pretty low, isn't it? Yeah. It's capped as well, which is unfortunate. I'd very much like to level up a bit more and maybe actually spend some time on our tactics. But let's go ahead and send some troops. This is a very small battle. Let's send the troops in for this one. What have we lost here? An Imperial Infantryman, a couple of wounds. That's not too bad. A couple people leveled up. Cool. Pick up some looters as prisoners? No, that's okay. Go ahead and level you up. Level you up, level you up. Again, so I need to figure out what I want to do as well, right? I say we focus on infantry where we can right now. And then in a different round, we might do archers. Because this is all about garrison, so cavalry is useless right now, so to speak. Like, getting more cavalry is not the direction we want to go. So let's go with the crossbow for you. So we'll try and focus on infantry and range. I don't really want cavalry right now. Infantry and range, let's do that. And we should be able to top up our... Oh my god, that's a lot of loot. We should be able to top up our garrisons very quickly like this. Shouldn't take us too long. But yeah, again, I need to make sure that I level them up a little bit first before I drop them in, because otherwise, clearly, they won't get leveled up. Now, hopefully this little... this adjusted approach works, because otherwise... don't really know if I have to level troops up all the way myself. That would be, unfortunate, I suppose. Hopefully, we're not going to take too many losses across these battles. Good stuff. Somebody leveled up as well. Wonderful. I'll take what I can get. And hopefully, we'll take on some bigger battles as well. My intention is absolutely to fight some, desert bandits and things like that. I think that'll be a lot of fun. But these small looters and whatnot, we don't need to fight them. We don't need to fight them ourselves. Especially the extremely small bands of like 6 and 9 and whatnot, even though I engaged one down there. Now, my other hope is, as we're doing all this, our clansmen are at the same time improving our relations in other places as well. Like, we've done some work in that world already, but we certainly hope to see more of that done by our, again, clansmen. And my hope, actually, as well, is that, like, I kind of want to send Ottawa out on her own, but I also kind of want to have another baby on the way, if I'm completely honest. That's another thing I have to think about. Sending Ottawa out on her own. Come on, you 19. I will drop you dead. Trespass in my territory. I also don't intend on taking any super low tier prisoners or anything. There we go. Leveling up still. Good stuff, good stuff. Slow and steady wins the race, right? Slow and steady wins the race. And hopefully we're going to win this one. It feels like a long way to go, but I assure you, as we take on bigger and more precarious battles... Oh, I actually didn't want to... Not too late now. We'll level up a bit faster. That's just how it works, right? That's just how it works. Good stuff. Let's head on down to... Actually, let's head up Ortizia, only because I would like to see if I can't just sell off the oil that I bought. We're very close to where we started, so probably not for all that much money. But, yeah, no. Didn't think so. Worth a shot. Worth a shot. Let's head down into Aserai lands. Because now that we're here, we'll be able to recruit some more troops and stuff as well. Down to TWILIGHT Castle, even though that's not really worth it. Let's go ahead over to... Oh, good. Valdem is getting some work done. Chibalzamud Castle has been taken. Valdem continues to get some work done. So we definitely want to make sure we partake in voting and elections and things like that. If I'm not mistaken, when you declare independence... your relations with everybody around you drops by, I think, 50 or 40, I forget now. But it's a pretty significant drop. So we want to make sure that we've improved our relations with everybody as much as possible, so that when the time comes and when we take that relationship drop, we're still in the high positives. And from my understanding, the better your relation is with somebody, the better your... the less you have to give them. So basically, when you try to convince someone to join you and leave their current lord, you have to go through a couple of conversation checks. And if those conversation checks go well, they say that they need further convincing. The implication being you have to give them some money or something. And from my understanding, the better your relations are with them, the less they ask in that stage of the process. So that's something to consider as well. And you know what? I think here's what we're going to do. In terms of the Lady Ottawa, I think we're going to go over to Kuyaz. We're going to spend a night there. And if nothing happens, we'll send Arwa to fight, and if something does happen, then we'll consider our options then. Maybe send her to fight temporarily, and then as she goes along her pregnancy, have her stay somewhere safe. I'm sure she would think that's the wise call as well. And we engage all 30 of you. No, too far away, too far away. Alright, let's make sure we can vote on Cheval Zona, because again, we want to get that improved relations. Okay, Kareth, definitely not. We don't really get along with these guys, right? But we can start working on it, I suppose. Go ahead and drop 60 influence on these guys. Really kind of get out of that -8 hole that we're in right now. Helps our charm as well, which will also be helpful in Banu Habab. It'll also be helpful with convincing people to join us and whatnot. But yeah, let's spend the night at Kuyaz. Let's see if we can't trade out some of our oil. Don't want to get too caught up in trade this session, right? Alright, cool. That's money. That's profits. I'll take it. Drop anything else off over here? No. Done. And we shall check the tavern. There's another Break Skull. There's an Of the Hills. They tend to be good scouts. It's good with a crossbow and a good scout as well. Again, we have a slot available. Having a scout is not a terrible idea. 10 mercenary guard. Oh, we're fine. Let's go ahead and wait here for some time. Again, we're staying the night with Lady Arwa. See if anything happens. And then we make our call after that. We haven't seen each other in how long? Spending a couple nights together is very much in character. Plus, we're hoping for more heirs. One is really not enough. Right, it's war. I'm not really sure which way this war is going. It's time to leave. Head on down. Try to cut these looters off. Oh, come on, baby. So close. Stay away. These guys are mine. Lorik. God damn it, he joined me. Why? And the troops. Again, hopefully we'll level up, not take too many losses. Some recruits here and there dropping, but that's to be expected, I suppose. I think it's acceptable. They've kind of balanced that out a bit better now, I think, where you don't really take as significant losses of higher tier troops, which was really my big issue with that. Let's send Arwa off on a party of her own, because she will also be able to improve relations with nobles in the area and have a proper army as well. Now the question is, if I drop her off right here in the middle of nowhere. Alright, here's what we'll do. Over to our clan, over to our parties, create a new one with Arwa in charge. Again, she, just as a reminder, and I should also check, Arwa, yes, okay, wow, she has a lot of leveling to do, I suppose. Damage against shields. Head basher. She's got an axe, right? Yeah. Let's go ahead with the head basher. Baptized in blood. Show of strength. Oh, let's go with baptized in blood. I like that. Shield breaker versus beast slayer. Let's go with shield breaker. It's, I think, more fitting with who she's been in the past. Spartan, you can deflect arrows with two-handed weapons while changing block positions. What? That's ridiculous. And we've got this as well. Terror. Your kills with two-handed weapons have a higher effect on enemy troop battle morale. Wild. Wild. Hope. Okay, so either you help friendly or hurt enemies. Let's go with terror. Look at that. Is that not terrifying? I would say that's terrifying. But yeah, my original reason for coming to the screen is that her stewardship is pretty high as well, so she can have a pretty large army. And her tactics is quite high, so she should be winning those fights as well. So she should definitely be in charge of her own party. We're done here. Over to creating a new party. Arwa. Done. Spent only so long together, but sometimes that's what's best. Sometimes that's what's best. We'll go ahead and give her the Imperial Trained Infantrymen. All 21. Trust her with that. And I think that'll be enough for her to start to keep herself safe. And then she can start recruiting on her own and leveling people up. I think that's the right call. I think we're good there. Farewell, my love. Aftab, still at Chaikande. Okay, fair enough. Maybe once there's peace, we'll head that way. Maybe once there's peace. Now, we should be able to chase down some of these riskier targets, hopefully. Ooh, hello. and get more for it. I do want to get involved in some battles of my own as well, just to clarify. But I want to make sure they're fun ones to watch. Valkyria also playing her role in making sure that our troops don't die as readily, take wounds instead. Valandians, oh. Very much, oh, I mean, they're pretty cool, but I would very much rather have Valandian cavalry. It's okay. Infantry and archers, that's why we're here. Infantry and archers. Do not lose sight of the bigger picture, Partia. Head down to Bunkaz and try and pick up some lower tier Aserai troops. Oh wow. I mean, yeah, the nation is at war right now. Rather, the kingdom is at war right now. Iwalitus, anybody available over here? And then we'll head deeper into the desert. More threatening troops are typically... More threatening bandits, rather, are typically around those parts. More Aserai recruits. Cool. Sure. Strong enough. Plenty of food? Yeah, plenty of food. Chase after these bandits over here. What's going on over here? Nothing that harms us. Fair enough. Chase those 7 down. 6 infantry, 1 cavalry. Now, I want to see what our results are over there in terms of an auto-resolve. We'll see how it goes, and if we take too much damage, then we'll learn a lesson, I suppose. Oh, wow, that's actually really good. Beautiful. Beautiful. Bedouin Rovers, don't mind if I do. Nomad Bandit, don't mind if I do. Wonderful. Level all these guys up as well. Good stuff, good stuff. Now, the funny thing, actually, is that if I took these low-tier troops to war, proper battle in proper wars, they'd level up, I think, a fair bit faster. Quite potentially. Ooh. Peerage. Oh, what is this now? I mean, partly I'm just kind of against Unkid. For kingdom decisions, tier 4 plus clans have double effect. That includes me. Influence cost of the ruler overriding the popular decision outcome is doubled. I like this a lot, actually. We'll side with Suruk. We'll put all of our weight behind this, improve our relations significantly, hopefully. And improve our charm as well. Storing up influence has very little value for me. I will lose all of that when I push for independence, so don't forget that either. We might as well use it to, yes, improve our relations significantly. And yes, it seems the deterioration of our relations with the Sultan has begun as well. Man, this is it's so strange how much it's, how it feels. I don't know if any of y'all feel the same way, but like for me, it's like such a huge shift in Partia, and as a result of that, a huge shift in the decisions I'm making. It's all in character, but it is still such a powerful shift, right? It feels significant. I can't believe we lost to Mamluk Axeman. Are you kidding me? Good leveling up, though. Good leveling up. One Mamluk Axeman falls, another rises to take his place, I suppose. Landian crossbow over here. Imperial recruit. Yep, good stuff, good stuff. What are we actually looking at? What have we got with us right now? Pick up all the loot. I do have to drop that stuff off at one point. Let's see, we've got 69 infantry, 14 ranged. Oh, jeez. A lot of that infantry is low tier. Let's not forget. Down to Wadar? Sure. Ooh, hello. Come on now. I want to at least chase in the direction that I intend to go. Those guys will be trapped there. This is a good clump as well. Pick up some more recruits. What, bandit base? Don't really feel like taking on bandit bases with low tier troops. These 14 desert bandits, though, 5.5 speed versus my 4.1. Let's see if we can't corner them. Good bit of XP to be had there. Oh, they're 4.1 as well. Oh, we're the same speed, actually. And they've decided to engage me. Okay. Greetings, traveler. Unless you wish your bones to be left in the sand to be gnawed upon by jackals, give us what we want. Fight me if you dare. The jackals will feed well. Indeed, they will. 14 bodies for them. I'll fight this one. I'm actually surprised they turned around to engage me. Yeah, that's interesting choice. Go ahead and make sure that we are equipped properly. Should be a fun change of pace. I like to try and keep some variety, and as always, y'all have any feedback, absolutely share it down below. Because it does change how I approach things on the channel. So if you have an opinion you'd like to share, do share it. Got our glaive. And I thought I saw a Volandian heavy lance that we can use. Doesn't seem like a terrible idea. Let's dive on in. Let's partake. Oh, you know what I should be doing? I should be walking around. I keep forgetting. Right. Archers, back over here. Put them in loose formation. Infantry, get you guys into a shield wall. Not that there is that many shields. And again, we want to try and just be the commander over here. Come on now. Our infantry charging. Chase after this guy before he manages to, like, flank us or something. Or just keep an eye on him at least. We're fine. Our infantry's doing okay. Our infantry's charging in. Cavalry's firing away as well. Aserai infantry, yep, getting some kills in. Good stuff. But he's just stuck up there, is he? Fair enough, fair enough. Top right corner's looking pretty good. Oh, it's looking very good, actually. I don't think this is going to be a struggle of a fight in any sense of the word. Except for this guy. Come on. Get down here. Get down. Oh, there we go. That was easier than expected. Are we done? We're done. That was easy. No one leveled up, though. Wait, no. We're over here. Right. I'm so used to being on this side. Yeah, okay, good. Some people leveled up. That's what we need. A couple of Bedouin rovers. Don't mind if I do. Go ahead and get these recruits leveled up as well. We've got you leveling up. Good stuff, good stuff. Again, eventually I'll have to clean up the ordering as well, right? To make sure it's properly organized. And it seems that I assume I have leveled up. Valkyria leveled up. Two-handed. Go ahead and... Sure, do Head Basher. Is that what that was? My focus or anything hasn't changed. Alright, fair enough. Do have to make some choices here, though. None of these really matter. Yeah, no. We'll make those calls later. That's why I've been postponing them. There's some good clumps over here that if I can catch, there's some good experience to be had. This is what I mean. Like, it's so much better to be down around these parts to get XP, send the troops in. I don't have to fight this one. Hopefully. Yeah, okay, good stuff. Good stuff. Done. We're good. Couple more Bedouin rovers. Sure. Sure, why not? Down on over to... The other nice thing is if they clump together and they give us a big fight. That's ideal too. Oh, there we go. This was decent. Only 5 wounds, took a little bit of leveling up. That's good. Valkyria gained a skill point as well. Cool. Nomad Bandits, Harami, yes please. Now the Bedouin Rover, yes, okay. I was pretty sure they go up to the Ferris. That's why I was like, I want to make sure I'm picking up the right troops. Good stuff, good stuff. Aserai Recruit, there we go. Mamluk Soldier, there we go. Our work continues. Our work continues. Now down over here, there's a nice potential. Oh, hold on a second before I forget again, because I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting because it's so unnatural to me. There we go. Done. Now we're walking around. That should help our athletics as well. A nice clump over here that we can engage. How about up over here? 5.9 versus my 5.4, eh? What's slowing this down? Prisoners are actually affecting us quite a bit. Okay. Good to know. 5.3. Sure, let's chase these guys down. Hopefully they'll have a clump around them when we finally reach them. Come on now. Come on. Engage me. Fight me, you cowards! Oh, nope. Chase has been a long one. We're near Ain Balik. We can take a look and see if we can pick up some recruits if this is where the fight happens. Now we're going to keep going. Over to Hiblet, perhaps. We're so close. We're basically the same speed, aren't we? 5.3 versus 5.4? Yep. Alright. Let's take this fight to him. Send the troops in. Now this is part of the reason why part of me wonders if I should move around with a smaller party instead. That's another thing I've been considering. Aserai peasants. We'll let them go home, I think. We'll let them go home. Artia maybe is finally understanding why he hasn't had... When he was younger, he wasn't, you know, first pick for joining the muster. Realizing sometimes you gotta recruit serious troops only. Can't just pick up every peasant that wants to fight. Now, actually, what's going on with the rest of our, sorry, not party, but our clan? Where is Ottawa? Traveling to Sanala. Okay. As long as you get something done. As long as you get some work done. Suruk is creating an army. That's the other thing, is like, I don't necessarily want them fighting in these armies, helping in this war. Come on. One of you's gotta want to fight. The struggle of having a big army, right? We could also head up north and seek out, like, sea raiders and things like that. If I'm not mistaken, they also tend to be in decent numbers. Probably not a terrible idea. There's Impede himself. Try to hit these desert bandits up. My athleticism. It's not like it's instant, I know, but I would expect all this running around over so many days, this constant running, to help a little bit. Where are you? 5.5 versus my 5.3. Okay. That explains that. We'll never catch you. Put some more troops. I wonder if I shouldn't, yeah, head up north towards Sea Raiders. Or deeper down, where, again, the bandits are typically more numerous. And they might actually pose more of a threat. As we were seeing earlier as well. Now, actually, ooh, hello, 45 looters, don't mind if I do. But seeing the daily gold change reminds me, I do want to take a look at the oil press. Oh my god. I mean, it's only been active for so long, but I was hoping it would make more money than that. That's real low. Get on down, come on, I want those 45 looters. That is a good target. I might even take them on foot. Practice my own fighting on foot. Yeah, I do have a problem. I don't intend to take you alive. Let's fight. This will be fun. And yeah, it'll give me some practice as well. With the new sword that I just acquired for myself, right? Archers back over here. And infantry, let's go ahead and get you guys into your standard shield wall formation. New troops learning how to fight. Alright, men. I expect nothing but the best you can offer. Pretty boss-looking, like, assortment of troops. Still a hot mess of recruits and things like that, but all good. I don't want to use my sword, I want to use my glaive. The glaive is still quite good in, like, on foot. Alright, archers are firing away. Some of them will level up, that's good. I don't want to stop them from leveling up either. Some of them do need leveling up. It's not like I only have elite tier archers. Wow. Feels like I don't have any archers at all. Come on now. Their rocks are getting more hits in. Alright, men. There we go, finally. Charge in. Charge in with them. I'll protect this flank over here, which is a little exposed. Archers are getting work done still. Good stuff, good stuff. We're definitely going to take some losses this battle. And once they retreat, our cavalry should chase as well. The battle is done. Archers are still getting some work done. Good, good, good. In goes the cavalry as well. Good stuff. Yeah, the infantry's nowhere, not at all going to be able to catch up. But look at those guys being lazy, not even chasing. Come on now. Come on now, get some good kills in there. We might have to chase them again. Too many of them getting away here. I don't think our Cav's going to do too much work. Fair enough. Fair enough. 8 leveled up. That's good. That was a good fight. We need more of that. That's what I'm chasing. We don't have to spend so much time just slowly watching troops level up, which I apologize if this episode's been a slightly slower one. But I'm certainly looking for ways to pace it up without having to just, you know, cut everything that we're doing. Because this journey... this journey is also an important part of Partia's growth, right? Let's not forget. Let's go ahead and pick up some of these rovers. Some of these bandits as well as the Harami here. And the Caravan Guard as well, why not? Because again, when we chase them down afterwards, I want to make sure we actually have some cavalry to do it with. Okay, pick up all the loot. We have well over 1 million worth of stuff just being carried with us. And this time around we can just send our troops in. Just send our troops in for this one. I think it'll be fine. Seriously, lost 3. A recruit, a footman, and a Bedouin rover. Oh my god. Come on. All for 2 people to level up. We're good. Actually, I mean, the unfortunate thing again is that we have to raise all these levels because the city itself isn't leveling people up. If that wasn't the case, then I would just go around recruiting and dropping people off. But having tier 1 troops as your only form of defense doesn't seem like the best idea. We can't close these guys down. There we go. Baldum is being attacked. Okay, hopefully he'll hold his own. Quite a bit to go before I think we'll trap him in place. Come on now. This is where we fight. These 15 bandits who try to flee. Ah, they've got the little angle over here that it can escape from. There we go. There we go. Alright, good stuff, good stuff. Try and get them trapped. No. Fair enough. Well, let's chase him as far as we can chase him. And, oh no, Valdem, what are you doing, man? What happened? Valdem. I had faith in you. Oh, we're going really in the middle of nowhere. Off the map. Interesting, interesting. I mean, we've got 60 days of food, so not the end of the world, I suppose. I can't even zoom out to see where we are. That's pretty funny. I wonder if we'll actually engage them at one point. Oh, there we are. I cut them off. There we go. What? Oh, didn't realize you could cross over here. Damn. This is not looking very good. The Khuzait are doing very well. Also, how has Leopold learned how to ride better, but I haven't improved my athleticism? Come on. These poor looters were coming down the wrong path at the wrong time, weren't they? I don't intend to take you alive. Send the troops in. Hopefully we'll do okay over here. There we go. Not bad. Not bad at all. That was a good one. Good stuff. Good stuff. Leveling you up. There we go. There we go. Actually, quite a few of these troops are kind of ready to move on, I would say. Mamluk soldier. Heavy crossbow. Because let's see, you can move on. Aserai footman can move on. The Mamluk axeman can move on. The Imperial archer can kind of move on. The Valandian crossbow can move on. So we could loop around and drop some of these troops off. Imperial veteran archer, no, unfortunately they cannot move on. Mamluk guard can move on. I mean, wow, we actually leveled these guys up pretty quickly. Quicker than I expected, if I'm completely frank with you. Much quicker than I expected. Which is not bad. So maybe let's make our way back home and then drop these guys off somewhere. Really? You can climb that? Come on. What a joke. Put these looters up. And I do wonder, yeah, if I go around in smaller bands, because these guys all running away from me doesn't really work for me. Okay, one more leveled up. We'll look at them later, I think. Don't need any of you. You're all good to roam free. Roam free. We'll head over to Zalim, I suppose, maybe pick up some more recruits. That kind of goes contrary to what I was saying just moments ago. Ooh, hello. Good, more relations improving. Excellent, excellent. That's exactly what I need my companions to do. Exactly what I need my companions to do. Okay, we've got the 15 over here. 22 up there. So let's see what we can do here. I want to hit these 15 up because they will bring us more experience for sure. A little bit of trigonometry in action over here as we close the gap. That's got to be good. Beautiful. Time to kill him. I don't think I need to fight this one myself either. It's so wild almost taking a step back in terms of the scale of things we're engaging in, only to engage in something much bigger. You know what I mean? Guys leveled up. You'll an infantryman, get you leveled up. Get you joining us. Get you joining us as well. Okay, good stuff. Let's see if we can't chase after those 20-something looters as well. There we go. Come on up. Faster. Still haven't upped our athleticism, eh? Good stuff. Relations continue to improve. Keep that going. The Hill of the Rock. I wish it would tell me which settlement they were in. Then I could actually keep a track of where relations were improving. Again, leveling up. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. How many recruits do we have left, actually? 16 recruits. Jeez. Still some low-tier units hanging around. Quite a few. About 30. I think it's because my high-tier units continue to get higher tier. Because they're the ones who get all the kills. I suppose we could go, yeah, all the way back home. All the way back home. Drop off some of these, you know, high-ish tier. Mid-tier, I should say, units. Come back down with the lowest of the low tiers. That way every battle will see some improving. So let's go, let's go. And again, if we find any looters or anything to engage along the way, then we will, of course, use them to guide us. Oh, hey! Gained a steward. I mean, I don't mind, of course. No. Justice demands you pay for your sins, crimes, whatever the game says. And troops. What I was saying was, I don't mind raising other things, but I would very much like to raise athleticism. Hardened crossbowmen, sure. Aserai infantry, yep. Good stuff. Good stuff. I guess the question is, where do we bolster the garrison first? Garantor, I suppose, or Charas? Charas, I feel like, is more important in many ways. I'm tempted to do Charas. Alright, stewardship, one more step. Oh, it's not really enough. Trade is pretty good. I think tactics is the way to go here. We're using it a lot right now. We're using it a lot right now. Sure. I can't believe we've never invested in tactics. That's wild to think about. Some more looters. I mean, not that they're a significant number. Unkid continues to fight this war, which I don't think is going very well, if I'm completely honest. I mean, actually, it seems like a complete stalemate. But looking at the news in the bottom left corner, it just always looks like losses. It's exactly what I'm talking about. See what I mean? That is not good. Oh my god, chasing 5 bandits to the end of the world over here. Head back home. Our Kurgat have joined us as mercenaries. Jeez. It's an interesting war, that's for sure, and it's interesting being so far away from it. Interesting being so far away from it. Go ahead and... See, the other struggle right now that I'm having is, if we continue to not win lands, then I continue to not have a way to improve relations. Now what I could do, actually... Go ahead and hire these folks. Wonderful folks. What I could do is I could look at the options that we have in terms of proposing policies, and then propose policies that people support in the hopes of basically voting alongside people that support me. So, I mean, like, for example, right, let's go ahead and see, I'm pretty sure there were options for tier 4 clans and above that would work for me. Noble retinues, no. Marshals, no. Forgiveness of debt, citizenship, tribunes, grazing rights. Wow. Nothing that really helps me. Also, not a lot that has much support. Marshals. Armies require less influence. Influence of the ruler clan is reduced by 1 per day. Oh, interesting. Okay, so, for example, I don't mind this. Right, so for example, let's throw this as a proposal. Right? And I should be able to, if I'm not mistaken. This will hurt Unkid and help higher tier nobles in our faction. Hopefully this doesn't come back to bite me in the butt. But let's go ahead and put our support in here. It should, if I'm not mistaken... no, it won't help. Well, hey, lesson learned. It can help your charm, though, but it's because if you support somebody else's proposition, it helps. Helps with relations. Dorian continues to learn how to ride, yet I don't know how to run any better, apparently. What's that about? What's that about? Go and manage the garrison over here real quick. What are we looking at? Is anybody leveled up? Oh, can we even tell? Almost like I want to experiment with if the game does or doesn't level people up. I guess it takes a long time. Or they gain like, what, 3 experience a day? That's not nearly fast enough to make a significant difference. But the question now is, who do we leave behind? Is tier 4 high enough, or do I want to keep training these guys further? I say tier 4 is high enough. Right, let's drop these guys off. Drop you off. Get all these guys out of here. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I feel like we can get to our destination faster if we invest in the lower tier troops sooner. The lowest of the low tier troops sooner. Right, let's get you guys dropped off. The hardened crossbowmen, drop you off as well. And they'll keep, training up as well. Very slowly, but they'll keep training up as well nonetheless. And let's drop our cavalry off as well, right? All of our cav is still here. It's not like anyone's going to come through and pick it up or anything, steal it from us. Definitely leave the veteran infantry behind. They're as high tier as it comes. And the Imperial Equite can be left behind as well as a Nomad Bandit. Sure, so it's mostly... You know what, the tier 3s? Ah, damn, we have to pick them, don't we? Lining Crossman, we can leave you behind, sure. Mamluk Axeman, we should be able to leave you behind. Cool. Aserai Footman, we can leave you behind. Let's do it. We've got Mamluk soldiers, Imperial infantrymen, recruits, Levy crossbow, Imperial trained infantrymen, we'll leave you behind as well. Feels risky, I know. But I do feel like that's the better option. 117 troops over here, obviously a lot of them are going to leave with me when war happens, right, when I need them by my side. But this is starting to feel more like the garrison that we're going to be leaving behind. And have easy access to as well, that's the other thing. When we have to sally forth, or not just sally forth, but invade enemy lands, we'll have access to these troops, right? Very easily. Very easily. Yeah, okay. Seems reasonable. So we're looking to train up another 60-something and drop them off over here, or a full 160. If I top this up to a full 160, then this would be almost 300 strong as a garrison. That's not bad for Garantor Castle. That's not bad. Honestly, kind of tempted to go down that route. Leotold has leveled up, hasn't he? Not enough to actually need my attention. Did athletics go up from 20 to 21? I feel like it did. Tactics went up, I think, from 17 to 18. Couldn't tell you right now. Nonetheless, I feel like that's the way to go forward, is to continue recruiting, to run around with low-tier troops. If I take a look at actually the... food's a bit of a trouble situation here. If I take a look at the... Oh, that's not what I meant. My apologies, folks. I want to take a look at our dungeon. Well, we've got quite a few high-tier troops. A lot that I can't actually recruit. Some that I can. I wonder if we should start emptying anything. Right, because I've got so many, only so many soldiers. Anyway, point being, I got a bunch of prisoners. I'm over my limit. I'll leave them behind. God, the game, why do you... There we go. Done. Done. Leave. Right, so what I'm thinking is, yeah, we do that process one more time, even half a time, really. Go down, recruit some more troops, chase around some bandits down over here, tier up to tier 3 or 4, drop folks off at Garantor Castle, and that's Garantor Castle taken care of in terms of its garrison requirements. We have 529 defenders. anytime we've gone up against 500 soldiers, we've kind of hesitated. I feel like the average enemy army we see is about 600 or so strong. 600, 700. So if we add another 160 defenders to Garantor Castle, that takes us pretty high up where I think the AI would hesitate to attack. Which is really what we need. We need them to hesitate to attack. We also need enough defenders that if they get attacked, if they get assaulted, they're able to buy enough time so that I can respond. That's what we need to do. Hopefully y'all enjoyed today's session. I understand it was a little bit of a slower one, very different from the recent pace that we've had and tried to maintain. But we did manage to purchase a new... Hold on a second, let's see how it's doing. A new business. Oh, it's really not making us that much money. Really not making us that much money. We need to maybe find a better investment. But nonetheless, we've at least established a new business. We can actually buy all of the businesses. Oh no, we can't. It's dependent on your tier. We'll figure it out. We'll keep making the money from Sinala and Uska for as long as possible, but we'll figure it out. But yeah, I do hope you all enjoyed it. I understand, yes, it was a slightly slower pace today. So let me know down below, because again, the feedback always makes a big difference. But this is kind of the way I have to approach bulking up our garrisons. And like I said, I feel like it's not something that's worth cutting out, because otherwise we'd skip forward so many years. You know, while doing that, who knows what war might break out. I'd have to defend against Valandia, potentially, things like that. So I want to kind of have us all be a part of that journey. But obviously, I turn to you for your feedback, and I'll adjust my approach accordingly if need be. But I think we made some good progress today, even though it might not be instantly and immediately evident. Folks, let me know what you think. As always, a massive thanks goes out to all of my channel members and patrons for supporting the channel on a monthly basis. You keep us alive and running smoothly. And a big old thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, I bid you farewell.